Welcome to TESOL International Convention here in Seattle, and thank you for staying on a Friday afternoon. We are on one of our, I think it's the third session on the cutting edge graduate student presentations. We're really pretty excited about this because this is the first year that graduate students have come and been requested in specific workshops for this purpose to present their research. So we're really pleased, and if you're in the online audience or anybody here, please consider submitting a proposal. Again, it's on the cutting edge graduate student presentations. My name is Ellen Darty. I'm a member of the Call Science Test. That's the Computer Assisted Language Learning Interest section. With me here today, I have the first presenter. Her name is Shioma Eza. She's from Washington State University. She's a master's student, and she's going to speak to you about the affordances of immersive virtual environments in oral language fluency tasks for English language learners' engagement.
I'm here to talk about my master's thesis, which is on the topic affordances of immersive virtual environments in oral language fluency tasks for English language learners' engagement. And as we know, task engagement is something very important for student learning. I intended to present or to share the results of my study, but due to the whole IRB process, I wasn't able to finish up with my study on time. So I just began, and I'm going to share what I'm doing so far, my methods, and what I plan to do, my next steps. I want to start with this question. How many of us think that oral language skill is the least or is the easiest skill to acquire for learners? Is there anyone that think that? Nobody? Okay. But I used to hear teachers say that learners acquire the oral language skills first before any other skills. But I have an argument against that because in my country where I come from, which was partly what inspired me to do this, look at oral language fluency. Now we go to school and we see English as something we use in the school environment alone. We learn English mostly through the traditional methods of drills, grammar drills, memorization, things like that. There is no room for practice. There is no room for us to use the oral language. I could write well. I learned everything like writing, reading, but I'm not fluent in oral. I'm not fluent in my oral language skills. And when I speak, I break. Like I break in the way while speaking. Even it's just the case for many people in my country, Nigeria. But English is our official language, and it's a compulsory subject in schools that learners must learn. So I think that creating environments that are similar to real-world environment where we can use our language to interact with our peers, our partners, would be important, and it could help acquiring oral language fluency, because by the way, how we acquired our native languages is by interacting, by finding ourselves in that kind of environment where we pick up the language and we use it often. So immersive virtual environment is something I think that it's close to real life and the real world context. Oral language fluency is a critical aspect of fluency development for ELs to assess learning. I think that this is the primary skill that every learner needs to navigate the classroom, assess learning, even before reading and writing. And there is this relationship that exists between oral language fluency and writing. If you can say that thing, it will be difficult for you to even write it. If you can't say it, then it will be difficult for you to know it when you're reading. And also, the development of oral language fluency may rely on how much time we have in school, like I said before. If we don't give learners enough time to use their oral language skills in school, if they don't have tasks where they could be engaged to improve in their oral language skills, it could be a problem. Being in school might be the only time they have to practice their oral language skills. Even here in the United States, many students come to school from their various communities or homes where they use their native languages. When they come to school, that's the only place they have the opportunities to use their target language or their second language. And why do I look at affordances of virtual environment for English language learners, affordances of virtual environment for engaging learners in tasks? I look at this because I think that virtual environment, like I already said, it's close to the real life context where we use language for interaction, to run errands. For example, we have Minecraft. We have Minecraft where students can go on field trips. These are equivalent to things that we do in real life where we also use language. Students can also be in Second Life. There are different kinds of virtual environments. There are field trips, there are role-playing games where students can take roles and interact. So that's why I think I'm going to look at affordances of virtual environments. And also, many times teachers choose technology, teachers choose games, but they don't know the affordances. What should we use this game for? Like what should a particular game be used for? And how should it be used? So that's why I for my master's thesis, I want to look at the affordances of virtual environment. What can it be used for? What could the teacher do with it? And so far, what literature suggests about virtual learning environment is that it's similar to real life context, even though it may not be the same. But in virtual learning environments, students take virtual identities. They see themselves as those avatars. They perform tasks, they perform roles, do different things. It's just like they're avatars themselves. And it gives teachers opportunities to create interactive tasks, and students use language in authentic context. Authentic context means they use language like they would do in real life context. It's similar to what they experience outside of the classroom, and those are the principles of engagement. It complements the limited learning opportunities we have in the classroom. When you come to the classroom, you're teaching a student about, for example, Greek civilization. You can take them to the world of humanities in virtual environment to see that by themselves, to experience it by themselves. And the gap I observed, which inspired my research in this direction, is that there is no research that has looked into the possibilities of ELs developing specific language skills. And for my own oral language fluency through the affordances of virtual environments to support task engagement. And that's why I chose to do it. And my school framework is this. I intend to use the engagement principles. Engagement, by the way, started, the way it originated was, there was a need to support minorities, to support students with special needs, and engagement was seen as something that could be used to enhance their learning. And those engagement principles that I intend to use include social interaction, learner autonomy, authenticity, feedback, interest, time on task. How much time do students invest on tasks? If they finish a task, that means it's engaging to them. Practice, do they have time to use their language? Can they interact? Do they take responsibilities for themselves? And here are my research questions. What opportunities do adult ELs have for oral fluency development in a Minecraft task in an immersive virtual environment? And how do they use these opportunities? These are the things that I intend to find out. And also, how are adult ELs engaged with Minecraft tasks? What are adult ELs' perceptions about engagement with a Minecraft task? This is my methodology. It's going to be a qualitative exploratory study. I'm not trying to measure anything, I'm just trying to see what opportunities, what are the affordances of virtual environments or of a Minecraft game task. I'm going to use 8 students from the intensive English program at my school. who have already accepted and they've taken the background survey. I'll begin my study with a brief pre-training about how to use the technology, how to play a Minecraft game, just to see that everyone is on the same page. And students will be going for a Minecraft field trip to the World of Humanities. For my data collection, I would use a background survey, which I've done already. With a background survey, I want to see how much they know about game playing, about virtual environments, what's their preferred method of learning. Do they love to interact? Do they love to work in groups? Because they're going to be going on in groups of 2 for the field trip. I also use observations. While observing, I'll take field notes. And in addition to that, I intend to use screen recording to see what they do, how they use the opportunities in virtual environment. I'll also give them dialogue journals at the end of a particular day to jot down things that they did or what they learned from it, like just to share their experiences with me. And interviews at the end, I would interview them to see if they were engaged. That's how I learn about their perceptions of virtual environments. And to analyze data, I've said that it's a qualitative study, so I'm going to use content analysis, and I'll triangulate the data I collected from observations and interviews and even the students' dialogue journals, and then code them with Mice and Huberman coding system. Then I would interpret it conclude and write the implications for classroom. So this is the stage I am right now. I'm sorry I can't share the results. I'm not done, I just started. Sure.
Questions from the audience?
You have any hypothesis about the result of the research? I know that you are on.
It's a qualitative study, yeah, but in my mind,
Repeat the question. So I can
Okay.
the question.
Okay, her question is, she asked if I have any hypothesis for this study, and my answer is that this is a qualitative study, so I'm not going through that rigorousness, but in my mind, like, I'm already predicting that the Minecraft game or virtual environments could be a promising venue for interaction, for engaging students in tasks, for making them take responsibilities like learner autonomy and things like that, and also to give them feedback. That's why I want to use dialogue journals where I can give them feedback for their language use and things like that.
My question is, how did you get into the study? Are you a gamer, or why did you do it? So could you repeat the question?
Yeah, okay. Her question is how I got into this topic. Am I a gamer? Like, what drew me to it? And I remember saying that in my context where I came from, my country, the oral language skill is being ignored. Like, it's seen as the simplest skill to acquire, so you don't even need to pay attention to it. And not only that, we are used to this grammar drills, and you memorize, things like that. That's what we're used to. There's no room for practice. There's no innovation. So I thought that it would be a good thing to find something that could provide the kind of environment, kind of natural environment that students need to learn language, because in real life context, we learn language by interaction, and virtual environment is something close to that. And then my advisor works on, she works on technology a lot. She's into core, and she has Minecraft, she has an immersive virtual environment lab. And I was like, this would be a good idea. I can use that for my study. But I have done the Minecraft. I've not been a game player, but I've been doing it because that's what I'm using for my study.
May I ask what country you come from?
I came from Nigeria. We are very diverse. Like, we have many languages. Everyone speaks English, but we are not fluent in oral language. Outside the classroom, we speak our native languages because we are in our communities. Yeah, I speak Igbo. And my name is from my language and my accent when I speak in Nigeria, they know where I come from.
We're going to end this presentation and go on to another one, but before we go on, I just would like you to help me give, in a moment, a loud round of applause for you who came up to me and said, this isn't working out the way I thought it was. And I remember when I first started my research, my thesis director said research is really messy, so we really appreciate you doing what you did. Thank you so much. And we have another presenter with us here. And we have a second presenter. This presenter is, change places. This presenter is Abir Al-Shaban. She is a PhD candidate in Language, Literacy, and Technology program in the College of Education at Washington State University. She's pretty tech savvy. She's given me her bio on her phone, which is really quite neat. Her research interests include, but are not limited to, teacher development, second language acquisition, and intercultural studies. She coaches teachers to infuse effective strategies using education, technology, to support content and language objectives. Since she's ready, I'm going to let her continue, and her topic is, do your teachers resist the use of technology? How can I help? Would you please help me welcome Abir?
Thank you, Ellen. Hello, everybody, here and online. Do you ever wish that your teachers would use more technology? I certainly do. There is something in my research that's highly connected to me as a person. Being from a very low-tech area made me very curious to know how the successful diffusion of educational technology can be achieved. How can I help teachers in Libya and in other similar contexts to be prepared for the 21st century needs and challenges, including the use of technology? So far, we don't have any strategy to understand the process of diffusing educational technology. So why not create one? To answer this question, I used Rogers' diffusion of innovation theory from the communication studies as a framework for my dissertation, where diffusion is the process by which an innovation is communicated through certain channels over time among members of a social system. An innovation can be anything that's perceived as new by members of a social system. It could be an idea, a behavior, an object. The theory consists of 4 sub-theories. In my research, I used 3 of them. However, I made changes to the innovation decision process sub-theory, which assumes that to adopt an innovation, you first need knowledge about the innovation. For me, it doesn't work this way. For teachers to be persuaded to adopt an innovation, I believe that they first need to know the answer to the why. They may ask, why do I need to spend that much time, effort, energy, and maybe money in education technology? After the why, we can provide teachers with whatever information information about what educational technology is and help them to integrate it. So only when the why, what, and how intersect can we effectively persuade teachers to adopt technology. This theory helped me, supported my data collection at the University of Illinois. After 2 interviews, 4 surveys, and 3 professional development workshops with 8 English teachers, teachers started gradually integrating technology and their students started benefiting from the use of that technology. I know that maybe some of you are wondering, what are the why, what, and how that she's talking about? I will respond to your question as soon as you answer my question. So if you are using cell phone, could you please text this number? Say it. All of you. Please. Yeah, so text this number using Abir Shaban 399 and then send your answer to that question. Why many educators believe that language teachers should learn how to use educational technology? As an ESL teacher, what is your belief? If you are using your browser, you can just go to allaeverywhere.com/Abir-Shaban399. Yesterday program. I cannot go there. I couldn't go there. Yeah. This is why I wanted to go first to prepare all these things. Okay, can I maybe copy paste? Yeah. Okay, so can I go to? Let's go to. Okay. So can I receive some feedback from the audience here? Okay, I wanted you to see like the random answers. Some say teacher, some say student, some say because I'm a technology savvy. It will be wonderful to see all these responses displayed on the screen. Unfortunately, don't trust technology very often. Even though yesterday we tried to make sure that everything works fine, but it failed us. It's okay.
So, audience participation, I can participate.
I appreciate that.
Okay, and again, I am like Saeed, can you give me the question again?
Okay, so why many educators believe that language teachers should learn how to use educational technology?
Okay, well, I have a, can you hear me if I talk about? I believe, I kind of have a multifaceted answer to this question. I think that you should learn how to use it, but I think you can learn how to use it with your students. I think if you take a risk, it's like anything. One experience leads to another, it creates a confidence that allows you to risk more and more. And I don't believe as a teacher, I'm the one that's in charge. I learn with my students. I consider myself to be a guide. So
interesting. So what is the main purpose for you to try to learn about technology?
I want to try to learn about it because I've used it in my classrooms and I find it really engaging. I love it. I learn things. I find it very motivating. And I find that one-on-one dialect really encourages me to learn things and encourages my students to learn.
Interesting. Proud of you. Any other answer? Yes, please.
No, I think it's important for teachers to learn to use technology for teaching English because first of all, English is or learning a language, it's very personal. Everyone learns differently. And with technology, you can address the different components of literacy, speaking, listening, reading, and writing. And you can kind of tailor it to each individual's needs because they're not necessarily all the same.
Interesting, thank you. I really appreciate these responses. So mostly we are in between. I was expecting if the screen was displaying the answer, most of they will say, my student, because of my student needs. Actually, this is what the literature review emphasizes. Follow me and I'll show you something different. So 1, 2, 3 strategies for diffusing educational technology. This is the model that I implemented in the technology workshop. It consists of 2 stages. The first stage involves persuading teachers to learn about technology and integrate it into their teaching practices. The second stage involves sustaining teachers' professional development with the use of technology. The first process, this is the model, first stage and second stage. The first process of the first stage starts with the why first. You might ask why. For 2 reasons. First, I served as a change agent rather than simply a technology coach or a researcher. Second, I wanted to give my teachers a reason to listen to me, something that is related to them as individuals. Because if you look at teacher education literature review, when they are talking about technology, you will find that most of them put more emphasis on the student's needs, neglecting important factors that might directly or indirectly impact the teacher's perceptions and their decision to adopt technology. So through in-depth reading of literature review, I came up with 3 factors that might impact teachers' decision to adopt technology. And I thought of them as something that is related to them as individuals. The first one is self-efficacy. Many research studies show that self-efficacy is a strong factor or a strong predictor of human behavior and, of course, teacher behaviors. Teachers who tend to persist, set high goals, and dare to try whatever approaches and strategies to teaching, they have a higher self-efficacy than those who do not. And who wants to be among those who do not? The second is about marketing. A research or a report published by the British Council in 2006 claimed that the English language business or market is growing but changing. First, it's growing in the sense that more people than ever want to learn English, for all business purposes. Education, leisure, prestigious status, name it. However, it is changing because the business power brokers who tend to lead the business, their role is lessened. For example, the role of native English countries, for example, like Canada, America, is not as leading as it was before. China, for example, the country with highest ESL student, started preparing its own ESL teachers. Another important factor that we need to consider is the number of non-native English speakers and non-native English teachers like me is thought to outnumber the native speakers and teachers. Last but not least, if you check TESOL Career Center, you'll find that most of job postings are seeking teachers with either knowledge or experience in computer-assisted language learning, educational technology or blended learning as either a required or desirable attribute. So this is an important factor that we need to consider to be really competitive in the market. Last but not least, students. And here I'm not gonna say anything, but ask you a question. Who are we without our students? Period.
Well, I'll answer since I think we're not employed.
Excellent.
We don't have a job.
Excellent. Actually, they deserve from us to do whatever guarantee their success, simply because their success means our success. And we cannot see our success unless through their success. So this is the idea. Thank you. The what section was so brief and concise. I defined educational technology. What are the task engagement principles that teachers need to consider when they integrate technology? And what are called the computer language learning essential principles? Unlike the what section, the how was the longest one. As it proceeded with the doing after knowing. Instead of arranging the workshop in a one long day, I split it into 3 professional development workshops and 1 informal professional development workshop. This is to meet the following goals. First, the gradual introduction of technological tools. This is an important factors that teachers need, educational technology coach need to consider in order to make sure that their teacher will use the technology that they expose it to it. When you expose your teacher to like 8 technologies or softwares in 8 hours, they will have that sense of being overwhelmed and they stop integrating technology. The other thing is the exposure to classroom reality. This factor is really important, and I try to implement that within my participant in the context where I taught them how to use technology. So after each professional development, teachers have the time, at least a week to 10 days, sometimes 2 weeks, to try on whatever they learned in that professional development workshop. The other thing is to guarantee the continuity of teachers' professional development. I conducted my research through the fall semester, 2 different terms. I was there with them, available to respond to their questions, to guide them, and not to overwhelm with 8 technology tools in one day. So we take it time by time. Last but not least, educational technology coaches need to consider that teachers' learning is not straightforward. Some of them take it very quickly. Just send them a video, a YouTube tutorial, and they can find their way. Others need more scaffolding. In order to be really a successful coach, you need to consider all of these 4 factors. I emphasize them again. Gradual introduction of technology, exposure to classroom realities, continuity of teacher professional development, and you need to remember teachers' learning is not straightforward. So now the change that I seeked has happened. Teachers have been gradually starting using technology presented, and their students starting benefiting from it. Now the question that poses itself, how can we sustain teachers' professional development in using technology? To do so, I created a technology enabling environment. Within such such an environment that employs informal learning environment platforms. Could be a Blackboard, or in my case, we use it Facebook. Also include weekly hour. I called it think tank quick hour. Actually, this idiom is very popular within politicians. They use it for informal gathering to feel like one community, brainstorming. They come without ties and without suits, just casual. So why we cannot do that in our field? So this will give opportunity to teachers for face-to-face communication. So all their fears or uncertainty will be rewarded because they will have the feeling of that they are living in one learning community, or they are part of one community. Last but not least is administration support, because without it, nothing can be guaranteed. The role of administration support is not just for funders, but for motivation, that I'm here for you, I'm encouraging you. They need to secure funders for the time, the think tank, tick quick hour. Also, they need to give access to teachers to whatever software they want to try. Also, they need to provide them with coaches for the continuity of professional development. So I don't want to be look like this lady. I lectured for now almost 16 minutes. I want to test you in what I have already shared with you. The model, by the way, is the one I curated with the encouragement of my advisor, Dr. Egbert. Without her, I wouldn't be here. So, Socrates, again, hopefully it will work this time. I hate you. You told me everything will be fine. Oh my God. Okay. Okay, so I log in. Do I still have some time?
Yeah, about 5 minutes.
Okay. Hopefully we can do it. Because your feedback really matters to me. Okay, I want you to log in to Socrative. Just go to Socrative and try to log in as a student, if you don't mind. While I'm...
Could you give us the root name again? Go back to your slide.
Yeah, sorry. Still, I'll give it to them. Yeah. Just go to Socrative.
Okay.
Click student.
Okay.
Okay. And let me finish with this one. Okay, so could you please enter this?
I think we have to do some actual slides so they can see the code.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, this is it.
Is it case sensitive?
IJ, all capital letter. I cannot highlight it. Oh, I'm sorry. It's I, capital letter, J, capital letter, B like boy, L like lamb, V like van, M like Mario, 6, and U.
One more time.
Okay, I, J, B, L, V, M, 6, U. All uppercase. No one move it. Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Yes.
Okay. So there are a few questions.
Oh, we've got one. Two. All right.
Hey, finally. Uh-huh. Lou.
That's not you saying, is it?
Lou, doing great job. lime, peach, indigo. Okay, there is a hope. Okay, you got something from my presentation. I really appreciate that. So you can keep working on that if you like. Okay, so just going back to my notes.
You gotta show who won. Yeah. You have to show who won.
The blue. Until now, the blue. Okay, don't worry. Who is the blue?
Yeah, we are.
Hey, amazing. I'm proud of you. Okay, so guys, this is the last thing I want to share with you. Progress is impossible without a change. And those who cannot change their minds cannot change anything. There is another thing I'd like to share with the ESL teacher who have, resistance to use technology. Don't be afraid that technology will replace you. But remember that teachers who use technology will replace those who do not. Thank you. You are welcome.
I have a question. My question is, your co-presenter, she is
Jana, oh my
the best
God.
reason to implement technology. This is
My biggest fan.
Oh no, I don't think she's your biggest fan. I think the biggest fan's right there.
Yeah, my dear friend.
And I'd like to thank our two presenters for coming. That's the end of our session, and look forward to people presenting more research next year. Those of you in the audience, think about it. Huh? Thank you.